Today we're going to be installing the cat shield on the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. This is from Miller Cat. You can find them at catshield.com. There is a discount code. It's RobMotive. It'll give you 5% off. Great way to protect the catalytic converter, especially where Toyota has located it on the 2024. If anybody's going to get under there and try to yank this thing out and steal it, you're going to have a lot of damage. This is just a simple application to stop that from happening. 4 bolts, a cat shield, and you're done. Now, this is kind of a continuation video of the one from yesterday. I installed the new skid plate from Miller Cat. Love that thing. Easy installation, great coverage, great access to change the oil for the filter and the oil drain plug, or in my case, the Fumoto oil drain valve. Anyway, let's get on to it. Right here it is. I've got it underneath the truck, sitting there, awaiting to be installed. As I mentioned, there are 4 screws, and they're sitting right there. They do provide the screws as well as Loctite, which I'm going to use, and then a special security bit, if you will, to put this thing on. Kind of has a hole in the top, you can see, or a nub rather, you can see how the screw looks. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the Loctite on the screws, and then we're going to crawl under. You're supposed to put the longer screw, this, on the driver's side first. So that's what we're going to do, and then 3 other screws, and you're basically done. By the way, for orientation purposes, I always find this confusing myself. I don't know why, but on the skid, or the skid plate, the catalytic converter shield, it has these little vents, right? And they look like arrows. You can see right there. If you've got it oriented correctly, these arrows should be pointing towards the front of the truck. So it'll save you a little time, I guess, trying to figure out where exactly they need to go. Okay, we're on the driver's side rear, which is where you're supposed to start according to the instructions. Nice. Pretty easy. You do not want to tighten it down all the way, obviously. Because you've got some other sides to put on, but I am going to get it up there fairly high, about like that. Now I'm going to move back over to the other side. We're going to put the other 3 screws in and tighten them up, and we'll be done. By the way, if you want to know where the catalytic converter is, it is right up above here. And that's why you don't want anybody trying to rip it out of there, because look at everything that's in the way. You've got some hoses there, of course, the exhaust itself. This will also help protect the transmission under here a little bit. You've got the pan there. So just a lot of things that this is going to help protect. Next up, we're going to go ahead and put the screws in over here. And nicely, it does not interfere with the skid plate that I put on. I dig that. Nothing is going to be in my way. So that is kind of nice. Gonna try to finagle myself under here with the screw. I could have put this truck on the lift, I guess, to do this, but I decided to do it like most people will, because I realize most people probably don't have a lift sitting in their garage. Okay, just laying around on the job. I've got it all done. I didn't film screwing it in, frankly, because it's pretty tight under here. But again, it's pretty easy. There's only 4 screws. You can see right there is one. There's the other. One up there in the corner. And one over there in the corner as well. And that's it. Starting to look like a McLaren or a sports car under here with all this protection. I really dig it. Of course, you still have full access to anything that you might want. I don't know why you'd want access under here, but you do have it. Fit on there perfectly. Got to say, they being Miller Cat, really do a great job engineering these products because they fit seamlessly. I didn't have to re-drill anything or have screws that wouldn't go in. Everything is nice and quick and easy. I'll show you the fit here on the side a little bit. You can see it's kind of notched out so that you still have access to screws and bolts and things that I don't know why you'd ever need. But if you did, you've got it. Right here on the sides, we're not impacting the frame or anything. Let's go take a quick cruise over to the other side. I'll show you the same view over there so that you can see it on both ends. There's a view of the skid plate as we're cruising by, along with a nice big access panel. Moving over here to the other side, you can see once again we're not impacting anything. Lots of space where it needs to be in between the framework and the shield itself. Nice tight fit. I love it. I think it's an awesome product. Going to afford us some really nice protection under here so that I don't have any issues with anything. And one thing I do want to mention about products like this, I get some comments on the channel occasionally, people saying, well, you don't go off-roading, so which I'm not opposed to off-roading, I just don't have any opportunities here. But you don't go off-roading, so you really don't need this protection. I would argue that you always need the protection. Number one, the catalytic converter, of course, so that it's not stolen, but also protecting some other pretty important components under there from things that might bounce up in the road. You've never seen, or I'm sure you have seen, pieces of wood, metal. The other day I went somewhere and almost ran over about a 12-inch long piece of 2x4 that somebody conveniently dropped. We also saw, and this was funny, my mom and I were going somewhere and we saw a sledgehammer, a short sledgehammer laying in the road. Could you imagine what would happen if you hit that thing and it started tumbling under your truck, smashing into things as it went? Definitely a must. Anyway, that's the install for the catalytic converter shield. Again, there is a discount. It is RobMotive, 5% off over at catshield.com. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.